So Zul's wave clear is just crazy, and
this is not actually our bans. Okay,
guys, tell your friends, get in here. Look at that draft.
that was just the test ban. First ban Thrall here. I think a respect against Rich's Thrall, and there's the Zul pick and an insta-lock into Tassadar for RoMg.
Wow.
Smart first pick, so much wave clear.
Well, I mean, if they're going to pick Tassadar up right here, are we not going to see a Sonya immediately coming up for Rich?
I think there's a very high chance. Don't forget, RoMg loves playing Illidan, so Tassadar will pair well with that.
Yes.
So Sonya Black is going to take away from them immediately in the first pick.
Yeah, and that means that there's probably not as much room for Sonya, but what becomes very interesting as well is Tassadar does well with Sonya, and definitely does very well against Illidan overall. Like, she pairs quite well against him and is great on this map. So if MVP Black doesn't pick it up, I can't imagine RoMg not picking up Sonya for themselves.
I would have to agree with you there. There's still also the potential to grab another range damage here. And they may even want to take, I was going to say ETC, because it's going to be a great tool. They also take it away from Good, who loves his ETC play. And RoMg's going to pick Li Ming next.
Okay, Li Ming did not have great showing in Europe this past weekend, so kind of interesting to see. And grabbing Muradin, one of the best counters overall to Illidan, and of course, goes well against ETC, but that means the ban on Sonya, that was, I mean, we could have seen that coming a mile away.
Yeah. Interesting to me that we don't see RoMg take Greymane. I was expecting that over the Li Ming pick here. It looks like they really have something planned with her. Li Ming, of course, going to be great at controlling zones, but will often be blocked by the monsters on the shrines.
I mean, she's still great. She's still going to deal a lot of damage, but
her disintegrate got nerfed recently, which is why I think she's fallen off a little bit. And an Abathur ban coming out. We do see Korean players love to combine Abathur with Illidan for that early lane presence, the ganking potential there.
Definitely the soak potential on this map is there as well. Inferno Shrine's a map where you're really on that objective for a very long time, which would allow that cross soak to really help out.
I'm really feeling an Uther pick here for Black. I mean, it pairs with Illidan, it pairs with ETC. They're going to take their range damages instead, though. Going to grab Kael'thas and Falstad. Falstad has been basically MVP Black's #1 hero in China.
Yes.
They've been picking him or banning him first most of the games because they're really valuing right now how much push potential he has. Mage Falstad, very powerful, and of course his heroic, even though it got nerfed, the cooldown still one of the biggest game changers we've ever had in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, it's still quite ridiculous. So a couple great pickups, and I think that they left Uther on the table because they could also take Rhaegar, and that's another great one. And Asmodan!
Asmodan!
Oh, I love this. I love this pickup, Wolf. Asmodan being picked up, and in fact, they take Tyrande as their healer here. Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. I'm getting some chills. Obviously, Hunter's Mark plus stuns equals very good against Illidan, and I mean, his Beam of Death, Asmodan's Beam of Death, is ridiculously good against Illidan when he jumps in there. It deals insane damage, and to have it not be locked on you, you either have to stun him or you have to get away.
Absolutely. Now, Uther will be picked up for Black as the final pick. We all saw that one coming from a mile away. I'm going to ask you, Artosis, who do you think won this draft? Because I'm going to have to lean towards MVP Black. They have ETC, Uther, and Illidan. Those three heroes, plus two of the highest tier ranged mages in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, their draft does look awesome, but there's some great things on the other side. We have Tassadar. He's so good on this map. He's not so good against Illidan, unfortunately. But, you know, the fact that they have Asmodan in here gives me hope for them. I think that this is such a cool pickup.
I do like it a lot. As you guys can see, we have quite a few fans down here in the new studio in Digital Media City as we get these players into the lobby.
And guys, in case you are planning on coming down at some point, don't worry, Digital Media City is just the name of this area that is inside of Seoul. We're on the western side, so there you go.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like all 10 players are set, locked in the lobby, Artosis. It's time to start Season 2. We're starting it off with a bang with the World Champions, MVP Black, up against RoMg here. Let's jump into game number 1. And see if RoMg can do what no one else in the world has been able to in the last several months.
Excited for it. Oh man, if they do it with an Asmodan pick, I'm a fan for life, Wolf.
Absolutely, Artosis. Looks like the map is loaded, ladies and gentlemen. Tell your friends to get into this stream. And we're going to start this game number 1 right now. In blue side, the world champions, MVP Black, Sake on Kael'thas, Kyocha on Falstad, Merryday on Uther, Rich, of course, on Illidan, and Sign bringing up the ETC.
Okay, I'm very interested in the mounts that we see here. Only Rich on an MVP mount, but we'll get back into that in a moment. Over on the right-hand side, in the red, it's a RoMg, Suwon on Tassadar, Good on Muradin, MDK on Tyrande, E-Prime on Asmodan. And did I say MDK on Tyrande? I don't even know which one I didn't say.
I think you didn't, but now you did.
But yeah, man, it's very interesting. We even have a Cloud9 mount here for Sake.
Also, Frankel's running the MVP Black mount. I'm like, this mount synergy is pretty weak.
You know what? I think that they were like, just too expensive. But all that prize money, come on.
They supported MVP Black. RoMg did. They get actually some of the proceeds from that mount. So you guys should go
paying
buy
him, man. I don't know why he's using that mount.
Now we do see Kael'thas is actually going to go ahead and grab Mana Addict, which has been changed quite a bit. It's now a questing talent, which isn't actually the most popular on Hero League right now, and was not seeing that much use in the other regions. But I like it. It's going to grant a lot of safety here.
Yeah, it certainly is for anyone that tries to jump in on top of him. I'm just unsure exactly who that's going to be. It seems like a lot of this game is going to come down to blowing up Illidan, right? So it'll be interesting how they play him. But again, like I was talking about, it's the hard part is getting through Asmodan. If he's standing in the middle of his team and Illidan comes in, he can blow up Illidan no matter who Illidan's attacking.
I think the idea for RoMg here is going to be simply to, do what people like to call Miranda and link the stuns together to lock down a target like Falstad, like Kael'thas, or even Illidan to stop him from doing his, of course, lifesteal, resetting his cooldown. So linking those stuns together is going to be absolutely critical for RoMg. And oh no, look at that. There's the lock of stuns onto Tassadar. Down he goes.
Perfect chain right there of stuns. It just not even let him dimensional shift out. Pretty crazily done. In the meantime, we do have Rich kind of clearing this top lane, and the first shrine going to be coming up here. I'm really looking forward to the first battle, though. But Asmodan going down bottom, I wonder if he's just going to push for now.
He looks like he wants to, but of course Falstad can basically hard counter that because he can not only push, but will also have the global presence to be able to fly up to the top. We also see in the mid lane, Sake is taking a little bit of extra soak, going to grab that globe before he comes up because he is questing. Notice that Sign doesn't take this globe yet either. He wants to try to link it together, he just barely missed it there. But they are rotating up now, and the shrine is totally controlled here by Black, and it looks like with Frankel down there, body's going to rotate up into the middle.
Well, I think that this is fine. The first Punisher, most you can get is the gate unless something went terribly wrong. But here we go. We actually have a lot of damage being put onto Rich as more of RoMg comes up.
Frankel's still here leading the charge at the front, trying to do some poke damage, but Sign always in position to block. And you can see RoMg, despite the fact that they did leave Asmodan in that bot lane and rotate up to the middle lane, Kyocha is able to just stay here, doesn't even have to fly up. He's even nearly killing Swan here. Does escape there just barely, but they still have a lead in EXP, and they have the Punisher.
Well, looks like, they are going to be able to split up, get into some of these lanes as well. A few of them waiting right below. I don't know if maybe they thought their opponents would actually come up, but Sign going on the other side with Rich.
Yeah, Rich is diving hard here, but will, of course, be able to dash back over the fort and escape, and then jump onto the wall to do just the same. The Punisher does go down, but they get the entire wall, and they will get the healing fountain, and Frankel needs to go ahead and teleport away, was in danger there, and they may actually just grab this fort. They still have Kyocha in the bot lane soaking that EXP.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy, in fact, and it looks like Tassadar and Asmodan actually just kind of killing off these waves as quickly as possible, building up some stacks. Really kind of interesting what they're prioritizing here, right?
Yeah. Just looking at what we've seen here, I mean, maybe it was a mistake to not send E-Prime back up because he could have actually slowed that push down quite a bit. They kept him down there instead, and basically, to put this into basic baby terms, Kyocha just 2v1 to solo lane while they were up there,
Yeah.
And got EXP in 2 lanes.
Right now we just see Asmodan trying to build up these stacks, trying to get that massive amount of damage, and whenever you have an Asmodan-based composition, and normally if Asmodan's in it, you kind of have to base around him a little bit, it doesn't get strong until late game. So you have to try to not get too far behind until he has that damage output that's really great. So, you know, they lose that first fort. Wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that happen again on the next Punisher, because Asmodan takes a while to really power up.
Yeah, that he does. And I do feel like RoMg does have a strong late game if they can survive to it.
Yeah.
Especially because of the potential to get resets. With Asmodan's Globe of Annihilation, he's going to be able to help get kills for RoMg, and then she can just reset and continue to jump.
Part of the interesting thing here, the Murden Tyrande combo, or the Tyrandodin as we call it, really is like very good in the early game a lot of the time, whereas Asmodan's good in the late game. So the thing is, you don't necessarily need to use him as ganks. They're just kind of good against Illidan overall when he jumps in. Like, you hit him with 2 stuns and a Hunter's Mark, as well as All Shall Burn from Asmodan, and that's going to be all they wrote about Rich.
Yeah, I mean, you will go down very quickly. But the problem I see here is that the objective is going to be doing all the pushing power from Blue Black, and they can just kind of threaten. They are now using Rich to clear this with Kyocha, but before they were using Rich to push and basically threaten, and RoMg almost respected him too much. And now it's just, you know, Illidan clears this by himself, 4-man pushes the bot, and top is already pushed past the fort. They're not as concerned about that. They hit 10 before they even get this fort, so they have their heroics now. And everything looks pretty normal. Mighty Gust coming out.
Massive damage. Like, they might be able to get a keep all with that, too, because 10 will not be had by the time this pops up. So I'm a little bit afraid for him. And look at this. RoMg taking tons of damage. Does get blown up. Beautiful stun chain. What? Chun Stain?
I'm like, Chun-Li? Like, Frankel there just a bit too out of position. Should not have been there. There was a clear rotation up to the top, and he was getting greedy trying to get another minion wave. But this is the Asmo Dunk skin for E Prime, so I do respect him hardcore for using that.
Yeah, it's a pretty badass skin here.
Looks like he has 140 bonus damage right now, so he's starting to get those stacks up.
Okay, that's getting up pretty high, actually, for the fact that they aren't even on level 10 yet. So, good job by them. Of course, that did get buffed a little bit as well, so really cool to see that pulled out here in the first game in Super League.
Wave of Force coming out, going to help out a lot with ETC and Avatar Archon as well. So not going to be seeing any Force walls going down, which does make sense given the composition. Like, what are you going to trap people into really here?
No, really, like, Sake's not going to be that far forward, and everyone else basically doesn't care. So definitely a good call there, trying to get a little bit of extra damage. Whoa! By the way, this new studio is so nuts. It is the best thing. Like, I've been everywhere and casted for everyone, and this studio is another level, guys. If you come to Korea, check this out.
Oh, it's absolutely cool, especially our desk up here. Rich is going all the way up with the support of the Punisher. Just going to force everybody back. The Phoenix also going to help zone so they get this wall without taking any damage, and they will easily be able to grab this healing fountain if they want to commit to it. Looks like they're not even going to go for it. Sake just going to back off here. Coach does try to take out that cannon tower. Not quite powered up enough to do that with a hammering, but he's getting there.
Keep wall is down, so that's like really good for MVP Black, but we are starting to see a bit more power coming out of RoMg, and the thing is they like set this upon themselves. They chose this road. This isn't like something that MVP Black has vastly outplayed them and, you know, just kind of gotten them into a terrible spot. It's more like, okay, we're building Asmo stacks. So this will take a while. And see, he's starting to clear these by himself with the black pool, and that's when Asmodan, like, really builds his stacks, when he can do it alone and doesn't need someone like the Tastar that we've seen in the entire game so far with him.
Yeah, look at that. Nearly clearing that entire wave there by that one shot.
And that's going to be hard for them to start winning shrines when he's really blowing up monsters super
he can
fast
actually
as well.
basically do a lot of steals. Kind of like we used to see RoMg used for Korea. Since his change play won't be as useful for that specifically, but I love how they keep using the Phoenix. And look at this, a death here on enemy Black. I mean, it basically just one-shot Kael'thas there.
Yeah. All right, well, that's a pretty big deal for RoMg. I'm really digging what they're bringing here. They said, you know, maybe we won't win, but we will come with a strategy and take a game off of them. And if they do, they're the second best team in the world.
Yeah, the only team to have been able to do it in many months. Constant sentinels being sent out to try to guess and garner the position of MVP Black. even with that Kale pick-off, there wasn't much of a follow-up. Shrine wasn't active. There wasn't many objectives to take. They could have tried to take their top bruisers, but alas, they did not. Looks like Good is trying to set up something here. Sign does get scouted, and there's the Tyrande Muradin lockdown. Sentinel damage, but there's no follow-up there because no one was in position.
Yeah, and I mean, Mary Day standing right by. Even if they had tried to follow up, absolutely would have saved Sign there without doubt in my mind.
This is greedy here for MVP Black. It looks like they're going to retreat out.
Look at the damage already on this Global Annihilation. That is a lot of damage coming out of E-Prime.
He's going to try to dunk some of these fools, Artos. Look at this. Oh!
Just blowing nerds up. They're going to be able to clear that Merc pretty quickly. We do have MVP pushing into this wall. They really want to deal as much damage as they can before going up to that Shrine.
Those also, RoMg is building fully into magic missiles. And I think that's really going to work out well with this because with resets, you can just chase down and wipe the team.
Yeah, it's like the pokiest poke comp. It's an Owl build, Tassadar, RoMg with magic missile build, and Asmo dunk build.
I'm surprised
it's crazy.
I'm surprised he didn't get Psystorm range. Psystorm range, rewind, double Psystorm. He just like drops 4 Psystorms at range. I mean, as you guys can see, Kyocha has to be very careful. And this is just going to get more and more powerful till it's maxed out.
Yeah, it's getting kind of crazy already here, and it looks like they're going to fight for their first Shrine.
And RoMing's also building into her empowered auto attacks at 13, so like the reset potential to chase and teleport and do that extra damage is actually absurd.
It truly is, and look at this. We do actually have a lot of damage being put onto Good. He will have to Dwarf Toss out of here, but look at that. Almost half-healthing Sake there with a globe.
Oh, that orb nearly hits Coach with the missiles as well. All they need is 1 kill to set up an amazing fight.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. This is actually crazy. It's almost like MVP Black is a little bit uncomfortable versus this.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. We do have Rich starting to jump on, and this could be good. And wow, a lot of damage coming out. A beautiful mosh pit.
And this is really bad. Also the fly-in from Coach. He's going to knock back E-Prime, and E-Prime is certainly going to go down. No way out of this one. And even though they had a nice start there with all that damage, they may have overextended just a little bit here.
Well, that is the problem, right? When you get onto their back line, there's just nothing to be done. It's a bunch of pokers.
Yeah.
And pokers only want to poke from far away.
That's right. You know, it's like jumping on a bunch of archers, man. They're not going to pull their arrows out and start poking you with them. They're poking from afar. And
hit you with the butt of their gun like Greymane and, you know, in melee form.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't even have a bayonet. Where's Tassar's bayonet? So the other thing is, like, they don't have burst heal with this either. They have a shield. They don't have ancestral or anything like that. So there's no saving Frankel if he gets caught. There's just no way out. And even you guys saw E-Prime got caught there as well. He couldn't escape. This is a very powerful push at 16 here, and all of MVP Black is up and online.
Right now, Rich is going into the front line here. That keep absolutely will be going down, and a lot of bruising from E-Prime onto MVP Black, but, you know, I think it's enough, obviously, to force them back. The thing is, they aren't making headway yet. Even though they're doing tons of damage with E-Prime currently, they need more than that. They need to win a fight. They need to win a Punisher.
They need to get a kill so they can get a reset.
Yeah.
That's what they need. They need a fight where they get a kill, and then RoMing, Frankel on RoMing, jumps in, teleports into the fight, and just starts blasting out magic missiles and auto-attacking people so she can actually wipe the team, while Tassar just drops shields and supports her. I think that's the best way they're going to take a fight here, and obviously E-Prime is there to kind of support the damage from a distance, and he can also secure the kills if they try to disengage. But the level advantage here for Black, they are up a talent, but only for a little bit longer.
Yeah, definitely going to want to get that 16 ASAP before they go into any real fights yet. And it looks like, you know, the map kind of being turned blue here from MVP Black. Black and blue, like a bruise.
Yeah, and they're going to start bruising up this keep to continue the theme here, Artosis.
They don't even have a bruiser, though, is the sad part here.
Yeah, that's the only missing thing. But I mean, look at this. E-Prime's going to drop this. Doesn't hit anybody, though, as Black is starting to kind of get a feel for how to deal with these dunks. He's getting, what's the word for this when you miss a shot? Like, I don't know, bricks when you block it. Airball, that's, airball, that's what I'm looking for. So getting some airballs here.
Okay.
All right, Rich is getting ready to set up for an engage here. Good splits here for RoMng, but Good is taking so much damage from that Phoenix currently.
Certainly is. A lot of damage going down on Sign. They do blow him up, and that's a big deal. Looks like Frankel going to jump forward, dealing some massive damage. Oh, missing Mary twice there. Heartbreaker.
Kyocha the MVP. Without that gust, Frankel would have continued to chase, and everyone would have kind of continued to get on top there. But this is a big victory for RoMg. They may be able to win this shrine now.
They may indeed, and they kind of need to. If they lose this shrine, that's a big deal, considering that ETC is still down for 30 more seconds, which means they have 15 seconds or so on the shrine before it even pops up, then the travel distance. That's a long time.
Looks like MVP Black is going to stop. You're not even going to take a look at the shrine yet until ETC is back up. So they're waiting for Sign here. They're going to clear the last and only available Merc camp and set up for an engage. Look at this, coming down from the bot also, Kyocha coming from the top, so you can actually gust them into the rest of the members of Black. 3 seconds left until Sign does respawn.
Yeah, it still does take him a little bit to get out there, and we actually have Falstad kind of hunting Asmodan on the right-hand side. I think that's what's going on here.
I think he wanted to get a good gust, but he's actually caught here and has to retreat, but he buys time. He baits them all back, and now Sign's respawn. And MVP Black already takes a lead.
A great move. We don't see RoMg actually kind of trying to build on their lead. It's really, really painful here. A lot of damage going down on Good.
He does escape for now. And look at this, Rich in a very risky position here. Does hesitate for a moment before he decides to commit to the fight.
A lot of damage is on Rich at the moment. Swan moving forward, and MVP Black does actually have the better monster kill count here. It's getting very close to them winning it, but for now, RoMg is taking it over.
Now, Sake is trying to maybe drop some flame strikes here to try to finish this off. There goes one, and Rich is going in alone for now. Divine Shield goes on him, and there goes the counter engagement. Sign trying to go for a mosh pit as well, up at the front.
And, well, we do have some stuns going down right now, and in fact, tons of damage being put out. A gust from Kyocha doesn't find too much. Saki, in the meantime, going after Frankel.
MDK is in big trouble. Rich is on the chase. He does dive in. He's not able to kill him just yet. He used Sprint already, though, so he will go down. And now Rich is going to go into Swan as well. Meanwhile, Good on the retreat. Kyocha on the chase. This Orb of Annihilation will chunk a ton of health down and may stop the attack. But still a 2 for free trade here, maybe even 3 as Swan doesn't look like he's going to get out.
Yeah, it doesn't really look at it, but hey, he has those shields, and maybe he will with Good's help. No, not quite.
How dare you doubt Rich Artosis?
What a fool I am.
He may even kill Good here, and he will! There's a Metamorphosis, and the dance as well, and that should be game here at 20-17. E-Prime is going to fall as well. And Rich, the carry, he's like, I don't care how many players are left. I don't care if it's 1v4. I will kill all of you. And that's it for game number 1. Black facing a unique strategy, but holding strong.